Hello, hello. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Friday evening, February 2nd. Happy Groundhog Day. Did he see his shadow? I think he did here. I'm not sure if he did in Pennsylvania. I think I heard that he did. So, well, happy Groundhog Day. Can you believe it's already the second month in 2024? My goodness sakes. Now, I did not stream yesterday morning or this morning, and I feel like I've been gone for a month. But I came on a little early because I'm all ready to get started. So, welcome to my desk. Hi, Joyce. Oh, Joyce, those gnomes that you are contributing to the sale that Crafting Mamas and Lovely Malia are having for Janet, they are awesome. You did a wonderful job on that. Hi, Becky. Welcome, Becky. It's good to see you. So I'm going to talk about Slow Stitch, but I did not go to Michael's yesterday. I kind of looked at their site online and decided that I wouldn't go in because I would just spend money that I really don't have. And I just decided to stay out of the craft store, but I did go to the bookstore because, well, I wanted some art journaling magazines, and I bought this book, 365 Days of Art. Now, I think Beth Schuler is working out of this, but I bought it because, well, I want to do a little daily art, and this might just get me started. It will get me playing with it. So let me go out here and to my channel and set things up so that I can see folks going in. And while we're doing that, we're going to talk about the sale that Crafting Mamas and Lovely Malia are having to benefit Janet Baum. And Shelley at Crafting Mamas went live and gave a preview this afternoon. And I caught just a part of it. And she showed one of the boxes. I sent two boxes at the same time, and they both were in Georgia. Well, one made it, and the other one is still in transit. So I'm hoping it gets to her tomorrow. But the one she showed was the things, just little items that I had, like lace and envelopes and tags, some fabric, just little things. The second box really has the things that I think will be nicer to sell. So I hope that she gets them. But it's going to be Sunday on Crafting Mamas channel, CRAFTING, Crafting Mamas, at 12 p.m. Eastern until whenever they quit. Now, I come on Sunday evenings at 6 p.m., but if their sale is still going, I may not stream that night. I'll just take a break. Like I need another break. I do. I always need breaks. So let's see. Joyce is here and Becky's here. And there's 6 of you. There's some of you out there in the balcony. Let me fix my chat filter to all messages and fix my quality up from 144 to 1080. That helps. So I'm going to start out by showing you, while there's just a few people in here right now. If you're up in the balcony or on replay, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you join me however you can. Let's see. It's not letting me chat. Oh, there we go. I want to put in... a link here, and I want to pin it. So I was exhausted. We had to go to Lincoln. This is the channel link to K3N Cloth Tales, and I am following her. She's doing a fabric journal page once a week in 2024, and I'm keeping up with her. I also want to show you right here at the beginning so I can tell Kimberly. Hi, Marguerite. Welcome in. Hi, Melody. Kimberly sent me her week 5. Oh, she does such an excellent job. Let me get out here to my email. Email. She sends them to me in mail. Oops. And Kimberly. She sent it to me last week. Okay, so we did these little hexes, and you can see that in the link, but here's Kimberly's page. Well, I've got it flipped. She did a smaller one and used it as an embellishment in her stitch journal there. Then she sent me a picture. There we go. This is Kimberly's, Kimberly 557. Hi, Teresa. You did your blanket stitch on felt. Cool, Marguerite. Yeah, the way that K3N handled the blanket stitch, I've never seen it done that way before. She has a video up there not too long ago. And let's get the other. This is an antique quilt that Kimberly has that has the little hexes in it. Isn't that cool? Now I'm going to have to, I don't think it's hexes. I've got a flower. I'm going to have to look and see. The quilt that my grandmother quilted for my older brother is hanging on the banister. And I can't remember if it's hexagons or if it's kind of shaped. I guess you'd call them polygons. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to take a closer look at it. But anyway, I did mine, and I finished working in my stitching down my pieces here. I still have to work on documenting each one. And so this was week 1, which was fabric weaving. Week 2 was, the prompt was, I think it was contrast between light and dark. And light, this was community. This could have been balance or contrast. I don't remember the word prompt. I'll have to go look it up. The third one was diversity, and she was showing the word diversity in the stitching because each little slow stitch piece has a different quilting type. And I'm not a quilter, so I'm kind of following everything she does. And then let's see. Then she did this one, and I can't remember the word prompt for this one. This was last week, but they were strips just going diagonally. And I do not remember the prompt. I don't. But this was my flower prompt for this week. Little hexes. And I think that was the prompt. Oh, it's hidden stories. And the hidden story is, it's English paper piecing. And I'm not the best at this. I did not like my little stitches. I did it just like she did, but mine seemed to peek through. So I went over in here where my hexes were joined and did a gold back stitched line in here. And I like that, but you can see it's very evident over here on the back. And then I put a pocket in here, and the hidden story was, I had made 2 copies of this, and I goofed the first time I drew out these hexes, and I made octagons. So I had to recopy my story, but the story is in here, and I'm not going to read it. I'll just paraphrase it. It's about the time my brother and I were going down to, we're going to go visit some family. And he had just been to get his cat at this time. I think this is 2018. I don't know if I dated this. But anyway, he had just had his eye surgery. And it wasn't just, it was about a week after he had it. And he had gone shopping, and he came home and he was carrying in groceries, and he left the garage door open, and he left his hatch door open in his van, the back hatch door. And that was okay. He closed it up. That was about 4 days had passed. And then we were going to go visit some family. We were invited down for dinner. And we got, just outside of town here, and we heard this meowing. Meow, 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 you know. And we thought, oh my goodness. We were afraid maybe a cat had climbed up and, you know, was going to get caught in the wheel. I don't know how it could have survived, but anyway, so he stopped the car, and I got out and looked all around, didn't see anything, but I still heard the meowing. And I went back I was in the rider's side, and I went back there, and he said, there's a cat in the back. And there's that big orange cat that bit my arm. And he had evidently crawled in the back of about 4 days ago. And when my brother had left the garage door open and the hatch, and he probably crawled in there and made himself comfortable in the paper sacks. And my brother didn't, not the paper sacks, my brother has a stack of plastic bags. And my brother didn't know he was in there, and he shut everything up. And that cat had to be in that car for at least 4 days. And it was upset, let me tell you. It was letting us know. And so we had to turn around. It was our neighbor's cat. We had to turn around and bring it back home. And boy, I'll tell you, that cat was never so glad to be back home. But I titled, even when I wrote this out, I think this happened in 2018. Could have been 2017, because I think I got it out of my journal, but my scribble journal at that time. And I had titled it Cat Trapped, like the cat was trapped in the back of the car. So that's kind of my hidden story that I'm putting here. And I made a little pocket, but I didn't stitch the bottom of the pocket down. So I have to be careful that I get it inside the pocket and not underneath. Let me open this up. So, and I want the cat trapped to show. So I just took a little of the scrap fabric that I had here. Let me, now is it gonna, what is it getting caught? It's not getting in there. There. And then that'll flip down. But I need to put the prompt on there was hidden stories. And then I had finished, I think I showed this, I finished this slow stitching on strips of fabric. And I'm going to use this as a bookmark, I think. But what I want to do, and if I have time tonight, I will, I'm going to take little pieces like this and make tabs on my pages, because I'm doing my fabric back to back here. Now she has paper in her journal. She's got paper backing, and she puts fabric there and skips a page and puts fabric here. But I think she's going to have a pretty fat journal. So, but in order to do this, in order to get these pages to turn nice, I'm going to put little tabs on it. So that's where I am with mine. I'm keeping up with her. I'm looking forward to next Monday. She releases her videos on Mondays. Let me just, I had put this in here. I know, and I put my little dangles on where I wanted them. So I did that, and the fabric that I used, I had purchased this at various times. I had most of this on hand. I think I got this from Pearl. I bought a couple pieces the last time I was at the quilt store. But this just kind of reminds me of Colonial. And it's a very muted colors. And that's what she used. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. So, and we're going to come back to, I got these scraps at Goodwill. And at first I didn't think that $4, I didn't think these were worth $4, but I went through them and I kind of like them. So, we're going to do something with these tonight. But let me show you what I got. I did get to Barnes & Noble. Let me take a break here and refresh chat and welcome folks in. Chat filter. Top messages. all messages. And hi, Lori Pink Girly. You've been on my mind lately. Welcome in. It's good to see you. How have you been? Marguerite is here. Hi, Dusty Unicorn. I met Dusty Unicorn in Pink Girly's live sale, the last time she had a sale. Joyce is here. Pink Girly says, hi, Mary. Feel better, Becky. Oh, Becky said, I'm going to watch and listen in the balcony tonight as I'm not feeling well today. Oh, Becky, sending good thoughts to you. You just climbing up in that balcony, and I don't know what your balcony is like, but mine has padded seats, cushion seats. So if you want to lay down and take a rest, you just do that. Aw. I hope that you get to feeling better soon, Becky. Hi, Stacy May. Welcome in. Marguerite is here. Joyce is here. Dusty Unicorn, Marguerite. Becky says, drive safe, Lucia. Oh, Lucia. Hi, Lucia. She says, hi, Mary. Hi, everyone. I'm starting my drive home from work and will be listening until I get home. Well, if you're listening out there, Lucia, drive safe. And hello, it's good to see you too. I love seeing Pink Girly and Lucia. I haven't seen these folks for a while. It's good to, well, Lucia's been popping in here in the last few streams, and it's good to see you, Lucia, around. Yeah, I got this little birdhouse schoolhouse out. It was in one of the, oh, it was in that bead box. I did, Lucia, if you're listening, I did break apart my beads the other day, except for one chain, which is kind of a, I'll have to get it up to my face to break it apart. And then see if I can find some more broken jewelry to tear apart. Let's see, Melody loves her hobbies is here. Teresa, it's good to see all you guys. Becky's not feeling well. I think I'm caught up with you. So welcome in, everybody. We're heading toward we're at the weekend. So, and don't forget, this is the weekend of the sale on Sunday on Crafty Mama's channel at February 4th at 12 p.m. Eastern. So be there. Okay, I did get to the bookstore and Barnes & Noble's. There's no Books A Million in my area. And they did have these little flip-top desk calendars, a few of them left. All the wall calendars that were half price were sold out. So, but these were half price. So I got a Bob Ross one, and then I bought a Wheel of Fortune one for my brother, because the Wheel of Fortune one has little puzzles that he can work every day, if he will. I don't know. He's kind of stubborn. But the one for February 2nd, well, that's January. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Right now, I'm just going to flip over to February 2nd. It says, just let your imagination take you. So I think I'll do art on these, and I might put them in its own little journal. Let's see if I got any paper here. I've got some. I want these fabrics for something else. Well, Mary, you've been slow stitching. This is a collar and a muff here, and a page. Let's put that there. And I got some pants pattern here from the last paper doll Scrooge pattern. Now I'm going to keep that separate. Let's see what else I have just over here on my desk. I do have the cigar packet, which has, here we got sheep, and I've got some buttons, and this is going to be, I haven't worked on finishing my December daily yet. I want to make some fairy ribbon, like Janet Nash inspires me. This is part of the paper doll. Let me break out this cigar box. I'm going to have to lift up that means here's the Santa Claus that goes to Sharon. Sharon, I might get it out to you. Somebody gifted me $20. I don't remember who, but bless their hearts. I've kept it here. I haven't spent it yet. Should have taken it with me yesterday, but I have to tell you, it was quite a drive up there. We found our way pretty easy. Let's see what I have here. That's a hat. Now let's hear. Hold on. I can't get a hold of it. I think these are some Santa Claus. No, these are the birds. All right, we're going to use the birds on here. We're not going to use the sheep. I'll put that over with the fabric ones. And I don't know about this one. This one's kind of weird to tell you. Ooh, I like the writing on the other side, though. Let's do that. And let me open up this cigar box. Oh, I got a star. I got one of my Santa Claus watercolors. A fabric. And 198. Got a piece of paper that has an ink blot on it. How, you know, so we just can't throw this stuff away, can we? We just can't throw it away. All right, I'm just going to take these things. And I'm not going to put this back yet because I'll be wanting to put some stuff back in it. All right. So how am I going to put these things down? Tape? Yeah. So I want to do another, and I'm just going to do today's right here tonight just to get it done. Got a little bird peeking out there. Got a little bird and a scissors here. And I think I'll do the back of it with just whatever I have. I should maybe just tear it out and leave a marker. Let's take a bobby pin here. So the next time that I work in this, which should be tomorrow, but I'm going to be busy tomorrow. And I'm just going to tear these out. And I'm going to have to keep them in a box. But it'll be a lot easier to work on them separately. Oh, a box. You know, I debated whether I should throw that Bob Ross box away. What'd I do with it? Here it is. Is that it? No, that's a book. What did I do with the box? Oh, I squished it. I squished it, but I could make a little book. I won't make the book tonight, but I could cut this and make a little book, a Bob Ross calendar book out of it. So let's get this out of the way. I'll put it over with my other calendar that I'm working on. And let's see, I'm going to put the bird up here. And I had that paper. What did I do with that paper? I lost it already. No, I'm not going to put my $20 bill on there. Is that it? Nope. I'm going to take these birds and put on there. They're in cages. And that's a scissors. Now, I think what I want, let's put the star. I'm kind of auditioning this. Let's put the star here. And I'm going to leave the little Bob Ross there. But I think what I'm going to do is take some of this. No, I'll take this. There's my paper. Let's put this paper. This is just using up desk scraps. Whoops. We'll put it there. And then I got this ink blot here. Okay. Now, can I remember this? Because I'm going to do this with double-sided tape because I don't want to get it all messy. So what I'm going to do, bless Laura's heart, Laura's vast quest has gifted me double-sided tape. And I needed some cardboard to make my little template for my hexes for my slow stitch. And I opened this tape packages and used the cardboard out of it. So what I want to do is just kind of take and put tape on here. Let's see. I think I'll just put it here and here. It doesn't have to be on the entire page. It just has to be enough to hold my pieces down. Right in here. And we might need one right in there. So I hope that your weekend is off to a fairly decent start. I'm going to be filming tomorrow. The zine collab, the Valentine collab zine that Raul and Jasper are doing is coming up on February 7th, which is next Wednesday. And I don't do many long-form videos. I mostly do live streams, but he wanted to do it as a video premiere, which means if I get them filmed, I won't get the links to him. He'll just put my channel link in. And there's the times that I'm on his channel, on his community tab. I think it's on mine too, if you scroll down a little, of who's participating in the collab. And I'm doing 4 sessions that you could sign up for 3, and I signed up for 3, and then he messaged me and asked me if I'd take another one. So I did. So now I have 4 of them, but lucky for me, they're only 15 minutes a piece. So, and I know what I want to do. I just have to film it. All right, I'm going to start with this piece up here and put it right on here. Big old black piece. I might put something on that. And then I'm going to take the bird, which is already sticking down, and put him there. And this piece of newspaper is going to go right around this Groundhog Day. And then I've got the little snippet of a bird cage. It's going in there. And there's another bird. No, this is a scissors and a bird. He's going there. And we've got a bird here. And I'm going to put the star in here. Now, what did I want for this? I've got a little piece here. Whew, it's hot in here today. Oh, it's hot. Let's tear a little piece of this off and just put it right in here. Right like so. Oh, that's good. And actually, I don't know if there's, yeah, I think I can put this, maybe this, lift up the legs of the star here. And they might pop up on me as I flip the pages. And I'm going to knock this ink pen off. Woo! So, and then on the back, I'm going to put 198. And what else do I want to put on there? Let's tear. Here, I kind of like this. This was some collage scroll paper that I think I got at Keisha's sale one time when I was still going over to Keisha's. I've kind of backed off on the sales, but I've been kind of bad this month because there's Janet's sale, and I want to support Pearl and yeah, but I don't go to a lot of auctions anymore, a lot of online sales. But I went to the bookstore yesterday. I was tired when we got home. I hadn't been to Lincoln for, well, about 6 years. and I'm just going to plop that down in the middle. Put this here. Thank you, Laura, for all this wonderful double-sided tape. I appreciate it. So when I do my streams, I'm going to try to, I don't know if I'll keep up with all of these. Some of these in the calendar, they're just pictures of his paintings. And I'm not sure how I'm going to handle those. If I want to just leave them as they are, or maybe write a quote on them. Maybe I can find some Bob Ross quotes. All right, let's just put this one down here. It's pretty easy. And I tore this one off. And we're just going to put it right here. And I still need something down there. So I think I'm going to use this as much as I can. Maybe put some tape there. So I thought maybe I'd do a pick 10 tonight, but I'm going to have to hurry. It's going to be a different type of pick 10. And I'd like to, let me figure out how I want to do this. I'd like to have a little giveaway, but I don't know if I want to give away 3 postcards. I might just give away 1. Because, you know, I have to dress them and everything and get them ready to go. And I think I did that last week, but I spent all Saturday morning getting stuff ready. So I'm thinking if I do just 1, I want to save those, put those back in my, seems like I'm getting to the end of this. Let's just put a little piece on there. And let's put, this is just a piece of paper, I think. But I'm just using up my scrappies. Just using up my scrappies. No, that's nothing. Oh, you know, I have this sewing thread label. Let's put that on there. Actually, it should go down in here. We'll have to figure out something else for up here. And we'll call this done. Just one little, it's all collage. It's scrappy collage. Little desk scatter collage on these calendar pages. And this is a Bob Ross, it's a 2024 Bob Ross calendar. And they had another art one, but it didn't interest me. And they had a mindfulness one that was kind of, it had quotes in it, but it wasn't what I wanted. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. No, it's not going to pull up here. Let's put it on the label. Oh, come on. My glasses falling down my nose. There we go. And we're going to put that right in here, I think. Now let's put it down a little. Now I still want to find something from it in here. Don't know if I can get this one up either. Yeah, there we did. And I just need a little scrap. I've got plenty of scraps. Release papers. These little things, I always tell them they annoy me. You annoy me. Let's see what I can get off of here. Just a little scrap. Don't even need that much. I don't want to cover up my lady. There we go. So, there we go. This is for February. I think I will take a pen here and outline that star. If it's not dried up on me. I did find some, I thought they were Krylon pens, but they're Testor's pens, T-E-S-T-O-R. And I guess they stopped selling the Krylon ones because I didn't see any of them. So I might have to order them on Amazon. But I usually get them at the hardware store. And I don't know, Menards might have them. I don't know why these retailers, they find out what I like and then they quit selling it. All right, so that's done. I'm happy with that. And I'm going to keep it in my Bob Ross. I'm not going to take this apart right now, but I'm going to make a little book out of this. And I tore the bottom and the top out because I was going to throw it away. But we're going to make a book out of it. And I'll just, as I work on them, I'll put them in here. And I'll put it over there with the calendar. All right. So now let's put all my, I'm going to keep these out because they're going to go in my bag. And that goes in my bag. And these are going to go back in the cigar box. Or what did I do with this cigar box? For scrappies. And I put the cigar box, you guys sit on top of it. You sit right on top of the cigar box. Then that brings you up to my eye level. And then I put, this goes to Sharon. Sharon, you're going to get this. She says, send it to me before, she says, I'm almost 80. And then I have a $20 bill that somebody sent to me. And Leah sent me some tea. And I haven't drank that tea yet, but I'm saving it for a special time. All right. So what I want to do now is kind of do a little review of this book. Oh, I didn't put that back in. Oh, that'll go on something. I'll put it with this honey. I want to send some slow stitching with Sharon Santa, and I get so busy. I think Beth Schuler is working in this book. Maybe those of you who follow Beth can confirm that or not. I'm working off of a tray because I use this tray. Here's my little hexes. Oh, that's the octagon one. These are the little patterns. I'm going to keep those. But I use this in my lap. See, and I've got some little, those are little scrappies. And out when I'm sitting out in my recliner, I use this tray in my lap. That's why it's here, because I just picked it up and brought it in here. So this is a creative exercise for every day of the year. So you can start on page 1, and it's not dated like January 1. So I can start this on February 2. And what they're telling you to do here is color or create a pattern. Well, they've already made all these little triangles. And I'm just going to take, and you know what I like about these? I love these diagonals. I like to put little dots in them. So that's what I'm going to do. And this is just something you can do. I'm going to do it like Beth does in her streams. So Beth, I'm sure you're ahead of me, but I'm not really working along with Beth, But I saw this at the bookstore and I said, oh, I'll bet that's the one Beth is using. I'm going to get it. So I did. And it cost me, I paid retail for it. It cost me, I don't see the price on here, $22, $23. But, you know, yeah. It looks like a little kitty danced on here, doesn't it? Only it's not a kitty. Let's see. Because I want to do more to this, but that's not cat paws, but it just reminds me of cat paws. They're just, I'm really wanting to do, here, let's use my scribble piece here. I'm wanting to do something like dot, 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 and then do the lines like that. The little X lines in there, but I want to get this done, so I'm just going to do the dot dots now. Because this is just something you can do. I'm going to try to do both of them here. And, you know, you don't have to think too much about this. It's just, this is kind of mindless. Kind of mindless, but kind of fun. This is something you could do while you were listening to the radio, or, well, we don't listen to radio anymore, but listening to a movie. And I watched, I think it was Netflix, the Great Gatsby, or just Gadsby. And the guy was writing the story of Gadsby. And then right at the very end, he wrote Gatsby. Gatsby? Well, you know. And I never really knew that entire story. So if that's how the book really goes, I never read the book. But if that's how the book really goes, it kind of surprised me, the ending of it. Toward the end of it. And then the guy who was narrating the story was also typing it out. And when he finished his manuscript, on the title, he just had Gatsby. And then he wrote in handwriting, The Great. So it just meant he had a certain respect for him. Kind of an interesting movie. I watched that this afternoon. Took a nap. So see, I'm missing some stuff in there, but I kind of like it being odd across the page. It doesn't have to be on every little corner. And this is just something you can do to have fun. But I would recommend, if you wanted to do, I'm smearing it a little here with my hand. If you wanted to do something like this, and if you saw Beth or myself working in this, get out a sheet of paper, and the prompt is to color or create a pattern. Well, they've already got the pattern there. I'm just playing with adding the dots because I like the little dots on my diagonals. And these are pretty close together. Now I could go really crazy on here and had colored in certain diagonals and left certain, but I'm not going to do that tonight because I want to move along. I want to move along. I want to move along. I want to get some stuff done tonight. Now, Sunday is the sale at 12 p.m. and it's going to last until they're done. And I usually stream on Sunday nights at 6, but if they're not done yet, I probably won't stream Sunday night, so you will not see me again until Tuesday, which is okay. All right, I'm done with that. I'm just going to call that done. This is kind of a fun deal, fun to do. The second one brings us up to today, and turn these paint splotches into animals. And they did a little hedgehog, and it looked like a little tiger there, little rabbit. This one looks like a worm of some sort. That's an insect. Let's get my pen out here. We'll use my Sharpie. So let's put an eye on this one and maybe a little nose. in the ears. And let's give him some little paws. And a little back paw in here. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Shall I zoom in a little on this? These are little ink blots. Barb Owen is good at doing this. She does her relatives. And I think Becky does too. Now, do I have it all showing? Let me see. Most of it showing. This bunny rabbit, yeah. And let's put some little paws on him. And of course he's sitting down here. And we'll give him a little floppy ear. All right, I kind of like him. This one's already done. My brother, I've never been to Scheels. Have you guys heard of Scheels? Scheeles. It's kind of like a Cabela's or sporting goods store. I had never been in there. Well, my brother wanted to price an auger. He didn't buy one, and he wanted to price some ice cleats. He's determined he's going to go ice fishing. And it just happened to be in the same mall area that Michael's was in. So this we're going to do the back of him here. The dimension. This is going to be an insect. Let's give him some legs. And we're going to call these legs up here too. And it was so interesting to go in there because right as you go in the store, they got all these sculptures out there of a lady playing golf and a baseball player, a soccer player. And then there were a couple sculptures, brass, I guess they were bronze sculptures. And I said brass, I think they were bronze. And this obviously is a worm of some sort. We'll make him a happy little worm. Worms have, let's give him an ear. That's not a worm, it's some sort of an animal. Let's give him some little feet in here. Oh, let's give him a tail. And anyway, when we got in there, we had to take this to a big store. Big old, I don't know how those people in Lincoln live. I'd go broke in a week if I lived up there because there's so much shopping. This has to be a little bird. Let's give him a wing and a wing up here and a wing here. Let's give him a tail feather. And you go in there. Let's give him a, yeah. And we had to go upstairs. We had to find the escalator. Right in the middle of the store, they had a Ferris wheel. What kind of an animal is this? Maybe a fish? And has a fin in here. And maybe a fish tail. Like that. And the Ferris wheel wasn't going, but it was a big attraction. We had to walk around that. And as we walked around the Ferris wheel, over here they had a wildlife display. Oh my goodness, that thing could have been, that was museum quality. They had all sorts of animals built up on a rock cliff kind of thing. There was a moose and a buck and coyotes and armadillo and prairie dogs and raccoons. And they were, I think they were real animals that had been stuffed, with a, what do they call those people that stuff the animals? Let's give him some little feet here. He's kind of crouching down. Taxidermy is what I'm thinking of. And what is this animal? Kind of a, let's give him a long tail. Oh, it's a, what do they call those? Some sort of a lizard. Let's make his tail striped. It was really a nice display. Then when we got up, he wanted to go to the fishing area. And we had to go upstairs to do that. When we got upstairs, they had these wax figures of, well, that wasn't quite what I wanted. Those are supposed to be his arms. Of Abraham Lincoln and Thomas Jefferson, and they were animated. And you know, Lincoln was reciting the Gettysburg Address. And I don't know what Jefferson was doing, but, you know, Jefferson was active in writing the Constitution. Let's put some whiskers on him. Give him some whiskers. And put a little nose here, little mouth. And he's going to have a foot in here too. It's kind of a odd foot. We'll make this the tail. He says, what kind of an animal are you making me? I don't know. What kind of an animal did you want to be? Yeah, we can stop there. And this obviously is a pig. Give him a spiral tail. And I forget what kind of feet pigs have. I think they have hoofs, don't they? Well, that's good enough. And this animal has some sort of a spike. Is he a porcupine? Yeah, I think he's a porcupine. And he's got these, and we're going to give him little ears here. But I enjoyed that. And, you know, I'm not really a sporting goods person. I'll give him a little pause here. And we'll give him some spikes. Yeah. And I didn't do much this afternoon. I watched that movie. I got involved in that movie. And what was I doing? I can't remember everything I was doing this afternoon. I think I fell asleep. That's all I'm going to do to that. So I just got 2, 3 left. This, I'm not sure. Maybe a turtle. I see a little turtle here. Give him an eye and a mouth, and we'll draw the kind of the little angular shell pieces on him. We'll give him a little tail here and make some little feet coming out. And a little back foot over here, a little back foot over there. Yep, he had to be a turtle. There. So we just have 2. This one's going to be a kitty cat, I think. And let's give it a little triangular nose and some eyes and little kitty cat ears and some whiskers. And let's see, it's going to have a big bushy tail. Come around like that. Little feet under him, little paws. I'm going to stop there. So now we got this, and I see a dog. I see a dog. This kind of the face of it. So this was fun to do. Bring that. And this is his nose. We'll give him a little bit of a mouth there. Chin. All right. So there are my little animals out of the blots. Let's see. Finished 2/2/2024, and I'm not going to, you know, because I didn't create all of this. I mean, I drew the little animal faces and everything, but I'm putting finished on here. But I kind of want to, and I'll put that over here too, finished 2, and I'm going to make this 1/2024 just so that I can have it from February 1st. So tomorrow, shall we peek at tomorrow's? I don't know if I'll get it done till, and it just depends. I won't stream tomorrow morning, but I may come on real early on Sunday morning. Real early. I don't like, I mean, like around 4:30. I like to keep my Sunday mornings free for my time with the Lord, but I think if I come on at 4:30 and get off by 7:30, I'll be okay. Because I'm afraid I won't be able to stream Sunday night. Well, if I'm there, if I come on, I'll be there. If I'm not, I didn't. So this is what's going to happen tomorrow. When drawing outside, you could choose to focus on particular elements of a building, perhaps the shape of the roof type or the edge of a building against the blue sky. Add your own building to the sky on the next page. So this and this go together tomorrow, and they're showing an example here where, let me pull it up a little. They're showing an example here where they drew some buildings, and this was the sky, and they want you to do the same thing over here. So that's the next one, whenever I get it done. 365 Days of Art by Lorna Scobie, and I think Beth Schuler is doing this. So I'm going to keep this close by. I'll put it down with all the books down here by my chair. Now, the other thing I got was an art journaling magazine. Let me zoom out and let me come out and look at chat. Hold on. Let's get things. Let me come out and, whoops. There. And we're going to do something here. So are you all ready to at least participate by doing shout out when I ask you for prompts? Hold on. We got 26 of you in here, and if you're in the balcony or watching the replay, welcome. Let me refresh my chat. I pinned the link to K3N Cloth Tales. I am going to do at least start on something with the scraps here, and I was showing K3N did her week 5. She did hexagons. I really enjoyed doing that. And she called it Hidden Stories. She was telling how back in the day, when they did these little hexes, they would do paper piecing. They called it English paper piecing. And they would use whatever papers they had around. And she says, and now I'm picking this up from K3N, I'm not a quilter, but she said that usually when you do these hexes, you use a pattern and you stitch around and then you pull your paper out. But she said there are examples where it's left inside. And she suggested using, you know, a letter from a family member or friend or something like that. I used a little story that I'd written, I think in 2017, of the cat that got trapped in the back of our van. So, and the prompt here is Hidden Stories. So that's why I have K3N's. Did I pin that? I didn't pin it. Oh, is it gone? Let me pin her again. Hold on, I didn't pin it. Let me put her channel back in. K3N. Did I see Cheryl come in? Hold on. Hi, Cheryl. No, yeah. Little sister Cheryl, happy birthday. She had a birthday yesterday, I think. Happy birthday. And do you know who else's birthday it is? Dee Dee's birthday is coming up. I think somebody else too. Dee Dee has a birthday on Sunday. So if you see Dee Dee, even on Monday, wish her a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Happy birthday, Cheryl. There we go. There's her channel, K3N Cloth Tales. Let me pin the message. I thought I pinned it before, but I didn't. So that's what this is all about. I just wanted to show it. If I have time, I want to show you what I'm going to do for the cover for this book that I'm using Becky's Painted Fabric. But what we want to do here, and I probably won't have time, because once I get into doing this stuff, you know, but I think I'm only going to do one. I want to do a postcard, but I think I'm only going to do one. One for me and one for somebody else. I'm not going to try to do a lot of different postcards tonight because I've got to not do 18 of them and never get them done. Now, let's see. I got some knife blades for my utility knife, so I can refill that when I need to. Now, let's see. I need a piece of paper because we're going to, let's just pull one of, let's pull one of these. I want to use these. Hold it, papers up. So I need some prompts from you, but let me explain what the prompts are before you spit any out. Becky always used the first prompt as color, but depending on what's going to go on here, and I think I'll actually do my page on another one of these. We're going to write down the prompts. What I want from you guys, let me just get a start here. So this is going to be, let me fold this in half. I'm going to write down, now this is going to be a postcard, and we'll just do a pick 10. Postcard, pick 10. And I'm only going to do 2 of them. And I think I have blank ones. I'm going to, well, no, I'm going to work on the watercolor paper, I think. Hold on, I don't need that. Let me put this back. Let me check and see over here where I pulled this one out. I had a couple others. So I've got 2 blank ones here. Boy, I could do 4 of them, but I'm going to limit myself. I'm going to limit myself because I've got to. Oh, all right. So what I want from you guys, this is the art journaling magazine. I can't get this locally, and I just haven't subscribed to it yet. But when we were at Barnes and Noble, I bought this and the art Somerset Studio, and I bought 4 of them. Spent a pretty penny on them, but because these are like books. They're not just magazines you read once and throw away. These are like books. But there in this magazine, there are 144 pages, not counting the covers, but we're going to go by the page numbers. I think they start on page, let's see, I think this starts with page 1, 2, 3, yeah. So what I want from you guys, and I'm going to take the first 10 numbers that I see, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, you can play along if you want to, but I think it'll be kind of hard for you to play along because you aren't going to be able to see the contents of what we're using very well. So you can sit and watch and take note. If you see something that interests you, jot it down. Maybe you'll get an idea. And I'm going to put square boxes around these because I want to differentiate them from the prompts. And what I want from you guys, I'm going to take the first 10 numbers between 1 and 144 that I see. So, yeah, so I saw Cheryl put 7, so I'm going to put 7 here. 7, 12, 59. Becky always uses 59. you're in a game with Becky, a giveaway, don't use 59. That's Becky's number, 33, 16, 5. Did I miss any? I don't think so. 5, 15, 56, 2 more. 2, 1 more number. Not after next month. Is there did I miss 50? No, I got 56. Why not after next month? Fill in the blank for me, Becky. 8. Thank you, Teresa. Now, what I'm going to do for my postcards here is I'm going to go to page 7 in here, and we're going to look at it and see what's on it and pull something off. And page 7 is all about, one more page. Page 7. It's all about planning. Oh, that's cool. Now, what I'm going to do, what this was, this is a Happy Planning by Cher Salvador. This is the most recent art journaling magazine display until March 25th of 2024. So what she did was she wanted something to get her arting every day, and she found this planner. I'm going to get this off of my page. She found the planner, and she's doing these 3x2 sections every day on her planner, and she kept all the days and everything. Let's just read her quote. One thread I noticed was how making art every day helped people get back into the flow sooner. So I set out to do just that. So what I'm going to do on my postcards is I'm not going to do any of the art or any of the colors. I'm going to section these off. Now she sectioned them off 3x2. My postcard are 4x6, which is nice because I can go 2 inches here and 3 inches down. So I'll have 4. I'll just divide these into 4. And that's going to be what I'm going to pull from page 7. Actually, this is page 6, but we're kind of following that much of this one right up here. So I'm just going to section them off, and I'm going to measure 2 inches in. These rulers are hard to see with my lighting, but we're going to go 2 inches in here, and it doesn't have to be exact, and make it as exact as I need it to be. 2 inches there, and I'm going to keep one of these postcards, and I'm going to give away one. I'm kind of picking this up from Becky. Becky does like 4 or so when she does her games, but I was doing way too many, and I would get overwhelmed. All right, let's move this ruler up a little. 3 right there. And I'm just going to section this off into quarters, and whatever I do on these postcards are going to be done in quarter sections of these postcards. And this is from prompt 7. Now I may mix up. I may do one landscape and one horizontal, or I may do them all portrait style or all landscape. We'll see. So that's my prompt from page. Let's just write it down. Section your page off, your page, I'll call it page, into rectangles of 3 inches by 2 inches. And you could be using a bigger paper like this. So you may not get, you may have a little left over here. You could leave that for something else. But get as many 3x2 sections on your whatever paper that you're using. And you can kind of write this prompt down. I think this is a fun prompt. Might get some unusual prompts out of these that, you know, we usually say, you know, color the background or, you know, make dots, stuff like that. Well, this is kind of a Janet Nash type prompt. Janet always has interesting prompts. 3 and 3. And I have a feeling that my rectangles aren't going to be perfect, but that's okay. Let's get this one out of the way. And I'm going to try to work fast here because I have some other things that I want to do. And I want to welcome you in if I miss saying hello to you and you haven't been properly welcomed. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I know you guys can be in a lot of different places on a Friday night. All right, so there is my first prompt. The second prompt is on page 12. Whatever, you know, you might want to say, oh, I see a house here. Let's do houses, or let's do flowers. But I'm writing the prompt down as section your page off. So the next page, what did I say? It was 12? 12. So let's go look at page 12. Oh, and she's still working in the Happy Planner. And let's see. Oh, you know what I see here? I see some arrows down here at the bottom of her page. So my prompt that I'm going to say is use arrows. However you want to use arrows. Now you might want to say use the bird. There's a bird here. Looks like I'm not sure what kind of a deal there. There's a fleur-de-lis here. There's some circles on here. There's some more birds. There's a heart. There's a quote says, he will not stay. There's an owl. So you could do different things, or you could just take your own magazine, grab a magazine, an art magazine, or any type of magazine that appeals to you. Use these numbers, 7, 12, 59, 33, 16, 5, 15, 56, 2, and 8, and go to the page and pick an element off the page and use it on your art. So I'm not going to draw arrows with my pen. I'm going to, let's put them with that blue, because this is a light blue, and I'm just going to put some arrows on here. I think I'm going to make these pointing up, and this might be an interesting postcard. I'm going to make these pointing up. I'm going to make these pointing down. Or if I end up putting this in landscape, they'll be pointing left and right. And that's all I'm going to do. On this one, I'm going to put them on this side. And I think, well, no, because I'm going to be cutting it there. We'll barely get that one on. We're going to point this one to the left. I'm going to make that one a little longer. And this one pointing to my right. And that's all I'm going to do. Just use arrows, however you want. So the third one is on page 59. So let's go to 59. I really like these Somerset magazines and art journaling magazines for this type of a art game, because these pages are done by artists. And she's got some tips in here, but she's taken a planner, an old out-of-date planner. Like I use that calendar. You know, you can find this stuff at thrift stores. And I think that's what she said if you read this, if you happen to have the magazine. I think she picked it up at the thrift store and she's just converting it into an art journal. She said, I learned a few months into this project that Happy Planner makes a paper punch for cutting rectangles to fit the grid of the planner. So she found out that she could get a paper punch to fit that. That was her tip. Let's see. Let's read her second one. I'm in the process of making another planner filled with more of the same. This time, I'm making little art pieces instead of gluing them into the planner. So she's actually making small art pieces. And that's something you could do. You don't have to, well, I divided mine off, but you could make a simple little art piece and put it up in the corner. Let's see what's on page 59. We're going to go to a different artist. Get this out of the way. Page 59. Whoops, Penelope just jumped over the cliff almost. She said, Mary, you knocked me off. All right, page 59. That's page 44. Oh, look, I turned right to it. Right here. Now, let's see what artist this is by before. This is by The Art of Being Curious by Jeanette Simmons. The first thing that comes to mind as I think about young children is their capacity for curiosity and imagination. This is one of the ways in which they learn, become aware of their world and able to navigate it. This is also an appropriate developmental task that must be fully experienced, celebrated, and encouraged by caregivers and adults in their life. And she's doing different art journal pages here, I believe. So let's go to page 59, which is this page. It says, fully embrace freedom and playfulness in my art. I fully embrace freedom and playfulness in my art. That's a nice quote, but do you know what I see here? I see a window. Do you guys see that window right in here? I'm going to make a window. And I might, I don't want a collage on this, but I might put something behind that window. I'm just going to draw a window in one of these little squares. And I see let's see, I see the word joy. I see some ladies up here. There's a kind of a hand-drawn butterfly in there, but the window is what attracts me. And you don't have to, what I want to say, you don't have to be too careful about this. Just draw a window. And you know what would be fun? This is a postcard. Let's see. I'm drawing my window down here, but if I left it up there, let's see. If I left my window here, I could cut it out. Or I could cut out the little squares of it. Ooh, I like doing that. And that would be down on here. If I dressed my postcard over here and there, I could cut out the little windows. Let's finish this. That's what I might do, is do and see how that goes through the mail. So whoever gets this, hopefully it'll get to you in one piece. But I'm not going to cut out the frame. I'm just going to cut out and this window has two small pieces up here, a pretty wide piece in here, and right here, and this is fairly wide in here, and a wide frame in here. So I'm going to cut those out. That's what I'm going to do. Now let's make this kind of like wood. And I'm just going to kind of draw little wood grains in there. And I should get out my super tips. Let's get out my super tips. Where did I put them? Becky, I got your super tips out. They're here someplace. And she said, use them, Mary, or they'll dry up. Well, I got them out. Now I don't know what I did with them. I don't know whether, here's mine. I've got yours out specifically to use. I'm not sure where I put them, though. I don't want to pull on that phone cord. All right. So I want kind of, I think I'm going to use, I have experienced this gray to be a darker gray, but let's see. Let's use I have my splash card here. Let's see how gray this is. Oh, that's going to be fine. So let's kind of color this gray in here. And I am going to cut it out at the end. I'm not going to cut it out now. But when whoever wins this postcard, it might be you might have some windows missing. And I'm not going to try to put anything behind it or anything, wherever you set it down will be what's behind the window. So there's one window. Now, where's the other one? Where's my other postcard? We're going to do a window here. And I'm going to do it in the same deal. So I'll have to be sure when I address it, that I address it over here. In fact, I'm going to put a 2 here to remind myself. And I'm going to put a from here. Just to remind myself that this is the address side. So I have to make this one my window. So let's draw another quickie window here. And it is warm in here. It'll be interesting to see if this will go through the mail. Yeah, let's go up this way. And it's got some boards going around it. And another little board here. A center board. And then the top windows are kind of small. Yeah, whoops. And let's put a little board in there. And then I'm going to kind of put some wood grain in there. So whatever's behind the window be wherever you set the postcard or place it. I'm going to leave it cut and see if it'll go through the mail. All right, I think that's good. Now let's color it with the gray. All right, that's prompt 3, I believe. Let's move on. I'm not looking at chat. I just kind of want to work through these. This is going to go in here. I think I have another one out here. That orange one. Let's put it away too. If I can get them in the box here. I'll grab this one. I think I have a green one over there, but I won't worry about it right now. I just want to put these away. All right, let's go to the next prompt, which is on page. If you want me to read the page numbers again, I've got 10 page numbers that you guys gave me. So we don't even know what, you didn't see this magazine. I haven't looked at this magazine very much because I haven't had time. And I didn't choose the pages, you guys did. So whatever is on these prompts, is kind of a surprise. All right, I'm going to put draw a window. And these are what I'm doing from this. You may look at this and go, I'm not going to put a window on this page. Well, this page also has the word joy on it. It has a butterfly. Or you could use your own magazine and use these page numbers. 7, 12, 59, 33, 16, 5, 15, 56, 2, and 8. And you could use your own magazine and look at that magazine. It doesn't have to be an art magazine. There might be a word on page 33. There might be a face on page 56. So it's fun to do this. All right. Draw a window, and then I'm going to put later, cut out the panes, the glass panes. That's just to remind me. Okay, we're going to go back to page 33 and see what's on that page. One more. 33. I've got some tips on here. So we might look at the tip. Think outside the box when creating a journal page. Well, I got some boxes. We say, well, this box, and we're going to do it in this one. But let's see. Don't let it derail you if your journal takes a different direction. Simply go with the flow. And I'm kind of doing that with this window because I didn't plan. I just said, what would happen if we cut this out and I'd send it through the mail? This one I need to write the to and from on it. Let's see. The window's going to be cut out. Let's make sure I got this right. Put it like that. Okay. So my 2 needs to go over here. And I'm just putting 2 on here so that I know when I address it, it'll go in this area. And my from will go up here. All right. So what else is on this page? Oh, I see a squirrel. I see looks like a bird of some sort. Don't hide your magic. I like that quote. Don't hide your magic. Let's use a quote on here. We'll keep it pretty simple. Don't hide your magic. I'm going to do that maybe in this gold or this one. Maybe this one's getting empty. I bought some new ones, but I have to get them out. Let's try this. Let me write on here. Yeah, let's do it in this gold. We're just going to put the words, don't hide your magic here. And I think I'm going to write it here because this whole postcard, I'm not going to cut this. This is going to be a 4x6 postcard. But what I'm going to do is put don't D-O-N apostrophe T. My O's, I don't want to. Don't hide. And over here, I'm going to write your magic. The tip's getting worn down on this. Your magic. So I'm using the quote off of this page. Well, your page 33 might have a word or something you like. Now this one, I'm going to have to do it a little bit differently. I guess I could do it here and here. So don't hide. We'll have to do this more often. I'm enjoying this. Your magic. And these are pretty simple. I'm not trying to make beautiful art here. I'm just pulling techniques and words and inspiration from the Art Journaling magazine. All right. So on the prompt page, let me put this back. What did I do with my prompt page? On the prompt page, which is hidden in here, my magic's hidden. I'm going to write, this is off of page 33, use a word or quote from that page. Use a word or quote from that page, from page 33. These are kind of Janet Nash style prompts. I think of Janet Nash while I'm doing this. Hi, Janet. Quote from page 33. All right. I'll go back to page 16 and see what's on page 16. That's 12, 13. Page 16 is over here. Oh, I see a big flower. And I see a tag here, but I also see art goal. I want to explore and improve my collage and painting skills so I can create wall art I actually love. and talking about having a leap of faith here. This is by artist, was submitted by, the artist was Chris Karpiak, Karpiak. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation. Now, what attracts me to this? What do I want to pull off? You know what I like is the splashes of blue, and look, there's splatter on here. So I think I'm going to put some splash blue and splatter brown. That's what the prompt's going to be for me. Splash, let's see, color blue, color strokes of blue. And I'm going to kind of do here and splatter brown. Because that's what I see on this page. Now the blue, I think what I'm going to do, I could use watercolor, or I think I'll use some acrylic wash though. Is this blue? This is Blue Bonnet. Got a little blue bonnet on it. We used to buy the Blue Bonnet ice cream. Blue Bonnet ice cream. We don't buy much ice cream anymore. It's got so expensive, we just don't eat it. So in the summertime, I'll make some, but even that's gotten kind of expensive. And I don't eat much of it anymore because it's got so much sugar, and cream has a high fat content. But my brother enjoys it. He'll buy ice cream, and yep. Now I don't need much. Let's just need a drop. That's probably all I need for. And we're going to put, I'm just going to splash some blue probably in here. And where's my other postcard? Probably, yeah, opposite of my window. Well, you know, I might do it across both. No, because I'm only on prompt 5, so I'm just going to do it in one square. And let's get a little brush here. I did get fresh water, but I'm not going to get it out over here. I'm just going to dip my brush in water. And let's just stroke some blue across here. And I'm kind of trying to do this type of thing. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm only going to do it in one square. Now they got it darker in one area, but I could add a little darkness there, but I think I'm going to stop because see how they've broken it up here. So that's what I'm going to do there. But I'm going to splatter brown across the entire postcard. I need a little bit more water on my brush. All right, I kind of liking that. I'll stop there. Put my brush in the water. Now this, I'm just going to squeeze some brown out in there. I'm going to make some maybe blue, brownish, bluish, brownish. That's midnight blue color there. I want some splatter. Where's my browns? Whoops, my wax paper's getting in the way here. I need my brown. I'm looking for brown. I don't buy a lot of brown. What's this? That's Velvet Crush. I got a lot of midnight blue. What's this? That's Tuscan Red. You could probably mix it with that blue and get a brownish color. What's this? Here's a burnt umber. It's an old one. I don't use this much. Needs to be used. but I'm going to splatter. So I'm going to add some water to this. It's pretty runny the way it is. But I'm going to leave that blue in there. And I guess I'll get that wax paper out because I don't want to get that all over me. What do I do with it? I mean, all over my stuff. I'm going to move that needle book. And we're going to splatter some brown on these. Now you could hold this till later. You know, kind of splatter is kind of a later prompt. I mean, something you want to do after you've done all the others. But I'm going to do it now because that's when it showed up. So let's add a little bit of water to that. See what I get here. I might get some blue in it, but I don't think it'll hurt it. And I got way much more, but I'm just going to dump it in my water. I'll have dirty water. And we're just going to do a little bit of splatter here. And oh, my fan brush is here someplace. Here, is that it? No. What did I do with my fan brush? Well, I can't see. It's dark. It's dark. There's a pencil. Where's my, there it is. My fan brush is kind of seen its better days. All right. And I'm just going to take it and see what I have here. I like that. There's my splatter. Now let's do the other one. That should dry pretty fast because this is not, it's a wash. And I got some splatter on my prompt list there. Get some on that blue. Come on. I want some splatter on that. Oh, that got it. All right, that's good enough. And if you're out there listening and I haven't greeted you or said hello or anything, welcome in. I'm going to dump this. I hate to waste it. But I'm going to dump it because I just don't want to take the time to... I don't want to take the time to clean it all up, and that splatter needs to dry a little. Let me grab a towel. Let me refresh and see what's going on in chat. Chat filter, top messages, chat, not the clip, cancel, discard, chat filter, all messages. And reading from the bottom, there's Renee. Hi, Renee. Hi, Sharon Marlowe. Welcome in. Cheryl's here. She says, hi, Artie Nurse. Is Artsy Nurse in here? Hi, Artsy Nurse. Becky's here. Cheryl's here. Cheryl had a birthday, I think, yesterday. Was it yesterday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cheryl. I'm not the best singer, but it's meant with love, Cheryl. Happy birthday to you. And Dee Dee has a birthday coming up on Sunday. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Maybe she's out celebrating tonight. Happy birthday, Dee Dee, on Sunday. If I stream on Sunday, I'll sing happy birthday to Dee Dee. But I'm not sure I'm going to stream. It just depends on when the sale gets over with. All right. So is this dry? One thing you can do if your splatter is not dry is just blot it with a towel. I'm going to throw that wax paper, or at least fold it up and put it aside. I'm going to blot this splatter just a little because I want to move on. So I'm just going to gently blot it like that. And it'll still be splattered, but it won't be so wet. And I can move on. This one's a little drier. Let's get it up in here. Look, I got a splattered towel. All right. I don't know. I might need that for a wipe up later. Get my towel. Well, okay, we're ready to move to the next prompt. This will all dry. It will be dirty, but this is acrylic paint. So eventually I'm going to throw that little cup away. Get me some Dollar Tree ones. That's where it came from. Now this paintbrush is clean. The other one's in my water, but this one I just used to knock off the splatter. So I can put that away. So the next prompt is page 5. And so let's go look and see what's on page 5. Page 5 is the contents page. In every issue, there's submission guidelines, and about the publisher, there's departments. We ask the artists, what is something you wish you knew when you first started art journaling? That's what they ask them. Do you have any unexpected or unusual sources of artistic inspiration? Well, how about artistic inspiration from the Art Journaling magazine? Let's do some pick 10s prompt games from our Art Journaling magazine. Does creating in your art journal ever lead to other forms of artistic expression? Most of my artistic expression is art and mixed media. I don't, as you heard a few minutes ago, I don't sing very well. I'm not in any movie productions or plays or community. But I do knit and crochet, and I'm learning tatting. So I guess for me, the answer to that would be more textile art than just, and that could probably fall under the category of mixed media. So for me, I think they're talking about, does anything in here lead you to acting in a play or playing an instrument or something like that? So what on here inspires me? There's not much here. What I do see is some scribbly writing that's been blurred out. We could do something like that with my, do I have one out here? Well, we could do it with the Tombow marker. That's water soluble. So let's take one of those quotes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it in here, and then I'm going to, if I put water on this, and it'll probably, because I poured the brown in there, it'll probably get some brown, or I could just take and squirt some water on it. Let's get that wax paper out again. And so I'm just going to take one of these questions here. Do you have any unexpected or unusual sources of artistic inspiration? I'm not going to write that whole thing. I'm just going to write, do you have, let's see, do you have any unusual sources of artistic inspiration? I think I'm going to write, I think I'm going to get rid of the or unusual. Do you have any unexpected, or that's a pretty long word. Do you have any unusual source of inspiration? I'm going to write that in here. And I'm going to write it kind of small, and I'm going to kind of crunch it up. Do you have, because I'm following this text that's kind of blurred down in here. Any unusual sources of, and they kind of bring it down the page. So that's what I'm going to do. Artistic. And it is kind of scribbling writing. Inspiration. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. One person is going to get one of these postcards, and one of them's coming to me. Do you have any unusual USUAL sources of artistic inspiration? And now I'm going to take a clean brush, maybe that one I have out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little water on here. I'm going to dip my brush in it. I put my water back. Hung it back on the rack. And I just want to blur that. I want to blur. Then these tumble markers are water soluble, sort of. Not that much. Not that much. I might need to get something else in there. Well, sort of. Sort of. Whoops, I'm getting it on my magazine there. Let's see if I can blur this some more. They are water soluble markers, but you kind of have to work at it. And there's a reason for that. But I'm just going to leave it like that. We'll see how that dries. Let me wash this out. We'll see how that dries. If it dries lighter, I'm going to come in with maybe well, I could do that right now. Let's grab that gray paint pen. What do I do with my paint pens? Put them down here. Let me grab a gray paint pen again. And we're going to, because I think that's going to dry. Well, maybe even the black. If I can get a darker gray. These are so hard to put back here. Maybe this blackish color. Because I kind of want that to fall into the background like it does here. And I'm thinking that's going to dry too light. So you can take your brush and just take it off of here and maybe on it. Wait, let's do it this way. Let's make a palette here. Oh, that's a blue. That's a dark blue. That'll work. And let's put a little. It's on the floor now. I'll have to pick it up because I'll have to put it back. Can't do 10 things at once, Mary. There. Oh, I'm liking that, but it's still kind of light. I want it darker. I think I'm going to have to go to a black. Hold on. Let me get the cap fell off on the floor here. Somewhere down on the floor. Where did it fall off to? Honestly. Where did it roll off to? Start down here. Well, I can't find it. I'm going to take the cap. I have a marker that's not good. Well, I've got to find it. Hold on. Where did it roll off to? Watch Mary struggle here, trying to find out where her marker cap rolled off. Onto the floor somewhere down here. There it is. Or, where's that one? That's not my cap. It rolled down here. Where did it roll off to? I spend more time doing this. Is that it? That's another gold marker. Sorry about that. I'm picking things off the floor again tonight. I don't know where it rolled off to. Is that it? Here it is. All right, save the day. I just didn't want that marker to dry up on me. I didn't want the marker to dry up on me. Now I have to scoop my chair up. Little detour here. I still want it darker than what I have there. So I'm going to have to go to a black, I think. And let's put this away. I thought I had a black, but it's just a dark blue. And I can't use the pen plus gear because they're alcohol markers. And I think I took those gel pen. Let's try this. Is that a Sharpie? Yeah. I need it to be water soluble. All right, let's go back to my palette over here and make a, honestly, I knock stuff off on the floor with my hands as I'm working. All right, what I want to do is make a really dark scribble here, and I'm just getting ink off of the pen, and I call this a palette. But you have to use water soluble, and it depends on what kind of paper you're using too. I'm going to put a little more drips of water on that. And I'm going to grab some of water here, and I'm going to pick this up, and hopefully I'm going to try knocking it off in here, but it's not doing what I want. And I'm not doing what I want. I guess I'm going to go to paint. I guess I'm going to go to some paint because I'm not getting what I want. I want to push it into the background. Let's try a dab of ivory black. I just need a dab. That's a dab right there. And it's running away with me. And let's squirt a little water. Now, there we go. I want to push it. Ooh, that's pushing it. That's what, oh, I'm getting it on my page. I moved the wax paper. Inspiration. That's what I'm wanting though. I want to push it into the background. And actually I'm going to bring this over the arrows a little here. Just kind of maybe. All right, let's do this one. I don't want to put too much on there because, and I brought it over the arrows there, but I'm just going to bring it in here and maybe a little up in there. All right. And I might, who knows how this is going to end up. That brush is going in the water. I have the towel under here, and I'm going to blot this, so. All right, get that water off of the wax paper. I might need my wax paper again. I don't know what the next prompt is. Let's put my super tips away. What did I do with my prompt list? With all of that, where did my prompt list wind up? Where did I put it? Isn't that funny how these things just disappear on me? Where did that go? Where's my prompt list? Oh, come on, Mary. Maybe it's back here. There it is. All right. Let's proceed. So, on page, oh, that was page 5. I needed to go to page 6. Oh, color strokes of blue. This was on page 5. Did I skip 16? I'm going to put that there. 16. Did we do 16? Did I do page that I got mixed up with all my... No. Yeah, I did 16. That's use a word or quote from the page. No, this was Okay. What did I do here? Oh, I haven't written down 5. This is okay. 5. What I did was scribble right. I got to get my head on here. Scribble right in black. And I'm going to say push it into the background. Push into background with black wash. That's kind of a long prompt, but black wash. And I'm picking that off of this that I've got wet on my magazine there. All right, I'm ready for the next prompt, which is page 15. And it's one same artist here, Chris Karpiak, Karpiak. And she scribbled righted on, she did scribble writing on here. But I don't know if I want to do that. I also see some circles. I see a sort of a belt thing here with the tag. This looks like a belt buckle and some circles. And it says an art journal is all about self-expression in that moment in time. But sometimes the actual writing font can add to the overall look and feel of the pages. So she did her scribble writing in really large, and I'm thinking about doing that here, doing really large scribble writing. And since I used my Tombow marker and it didn't get too bad when it got wet, so I'm going to use it in here. But it says life is a journey. It's all about, well, that's what this is. It's all about self-expression. So that's what I'm going to write on here, big like she did. Life is a journey. And I'm not putting much in here because I'm going to cut those out. So I'm going to write this, scribble write it on there. Life is a journey. It is all, and I'm going to cut out some of those L's, about self-expression. Boy, how pretty is that? Let's do it again. Whoops. Life is a journey. It is all about self-expression. Now, these are getting pretty filled up. There's something in me that wants to pull them together somehow, but we'll keep going. So that was page 15, and I'm going to say scribble write in large font. Scribble write in large handwriting. So it kind of did 2 scribble writings there, handwriting. All right, we're going to page 56 for the next prompt. That's 44, 53, 57. Oh, look at this, 56. And this artist is it's the same artist that we did before. Jeanette Simons, she did these journaling. So over here, there's another quote. It says, embrace curiosity in art. Embracing curiosity in art has also taught me to be curious in my work as well. I like the word curious. Curious observations, it says, or not curious, creative observations. Gel printing on anything, along with working on flashcards to create tiny mixed media. Well, we're not going to gel print because that's going to be too much. If you want to gel print, you can. But I'm just going to, I like the word, in the words embracing curiosity. Now, I could do a flower. We could put a picture of a young lady, but I don't want a collage on these because I just don't want to get into the mess. But there's several photographs on these, and there's a big flower, and this looks like a receipt of some sort here that she used. But I like the words embracing curiosity. So I'm going to say print, because we did handwriting. Print in the words. I'm just going to say the word, because I don't have much room on here. Curiosity. CURIOUSITY. And I think I'll put that on here, right in here on both of them. And I'm going to write it in this pen plus gear because I want it to be bold. As bold as I can make it. So CUR, I spell it right, IOSIO. Oh, this is the blue. This is not, this is the silver. SITY. It's not black, it's the silver one. I wanted my black pen plus gear. I don't know if I can. Ow. Hold the phone. What did I do with my black? I thought I got some out here. I got some new ones. What did I do with them? Did I put them in this second drawer? Yes. I don't know if I can go over this with the felt markers now. I'm finding these at Walmart now, but I grabbed the last, I think I left one in there. There were like 4 left, and I grabbed 3 of them. I'm just going to tear this off. I grabbed 3 of them, and they came down in price. They must have been marked down because they were only 50 cents. And I grabbed them. 50 cents for 2, that's 25 cents a marker. That's pretty good. We're going to throw this away just because I don't want to keep all that stuff around. I'm going to see if I can't go over this. I don't know. After you do metallic, it's hard to CUR. The metallic tends to drink up the ink. IOSITY. Oh, I'm liking that. Let's do it on the other. Curiosity. So you could say, I'm using the word curiosity. You could pick a word off of page 56, maybe in your own magazine. CURIOUSITY. Am I spelling that right? QURIOS. ITY. What time is it here? It's 9:30. I'm not going to get everything done tonight, but I'm having fun doing this. So I wanted to do some slow stitching, but that's not going to happen because I want to finish these. We got 2 more prompts, page 2. You guys didn't go in the back of the book here. Let's go back to page 2, which I think is another contents page. right here. There's more scribble writing. There's this big flower. Flower on the journey. It's got salvaged. The word salvaged again. I'm going to use, this happens to be a contents page. I could use this circle. I kind of like the idea of that circle because I don't want to do another word on here. Let's take my marker, my Paint Plus Gear pen, and let's do a circle. Let's do our circle right in here. We could actually do 2 of them to make it kind of balanced. Becky likes the word balance. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get inspired by, I'm going to say on my prompt, draw or draw a circle and fill it in. That means just color it in. Fill or color it in. And I'm getting that off of this little circle that they have there. And I'm going to use my super tip to do that. And theirs is a light blue. I want to go to a contrasting color. I want to put a little, not gold, I don't want a bright yellow. I kind of want, orange or a tannish orange here. That's kind of a goldy. Let's get my, where's my, yeah, let's do this. This is a pink, I guess. I don't know if I want pink. That looked gold to me when I pulled it out of the box. I get fooled by these. Is that gold? We could do a gold, but I think I'd rather have more of an orangey color. I'm looking for an orange. An orangey brown color. That's an orange. But I want it more of a tan. I don't know. The color, you know, you have to use what you get here. That's pink again. I'm pulling them all out. Looking for what I want. I don't want a brown. What's this one? No, I might just end up using the orange. Let's use the orange. It'll make it pop. And let's see. For my circle, I'm going to put all these back. Hold on. I take them out. I want to put them back so I don't have a mess to clean up tonight after I'm done. I kind of like doing these postcards on a Friday night. We might do this on my Friday. I'm trying to streamline my streams. So, you know, Sunday nights I'm doing the doodles. Maybe I might. I don't know if I'll always do that. Friday night, do a postcard or some type of art journaling. On Tuesday mornings, I like to do my slow stitching. Now, I showed slow stitching tonight. I wanted to do some slow stitching, but it's not going to happen because I always run out of time. I need something to draw my circle with, sort of a medium circle. Oops, I got a squeaky chair. Well, it doesn't have to be a medium circle, but I'd like, here, this. This is a ink bottle that's probably pretty dried up now. And we're just going to do it. I feel like I should do it in here because maybe up in there. No, right here, I guess. So I'm just going to draw around it. And then I'm just going to color it in. Whoops. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing I do is perfect. And I kind of like that. To make it a little rounder there. All right. Let's do the same thing on this one. Somehow I'm going to pull this postcard together. And look, see, this is dried really light. I really wanted that blacker in the background, but we're going to go with what I have. We're going to go with the flow. I'm going to bring this down a little. We're going to go with whatever it is. All right, we'll color that in. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to these pages and looking for arty prompts, not saying that my art's going to be a masterpiece, but however, I think it's genius to cut out the little, I'm really curious to know if they're going to go through the mail. Let me put this away. So we got one prompt left on page 8. This away. And then I'll probably try to pull this together somehow. I'll have to think about it. All right, page 8. Page 8 says, drop all these pins. I just accumulate pins. You know, I got out this Greek yogurt container to hold my pens. Well, it's got rulers and pencils and paintbrushes and scissors and my cutting tools. All my pens are sitting over here. All right, we're going to go to page 8. Page 7, page 8. Oh, and we're on these again. We're on these. Did I have, page 7 was over here. We pulled these squares off of page 7. Well, now we're on page 8. So this planning was the perfect start to my new habit of art making as a daily practice, and I was excited to begin. Art goals: to host a 3 or 4 day art and friendship retreat. This is one of her goals. This is done by, let's credit the artist, Cher Salvador. And one of her art goals, do you have an art goal? Mine is just to, well, in a way, mine is to keep on keeping on, but also to get things done. I should make mail art getting stuff a goal, but I know I'll fail at that royally. But anyway, one of her art goals is to host a 3 or 4 day art and friendship retreat at her home. But what I think I'm going to do on this, what I'm seeing here is, especially on this one, you know, I see these numbers. These are calendar days. This is our planner, 22, 23, 24, 25. But I'm also seeing that her calendar page kind of has a frame here. And I'm thinking I want to kind of frame these off somehow to pull it together. So let me go to this Tombow marker again. And to do that, I think I'm going to, let's get my ruler out. And that's I'm going to put, make a, and you can do whatever you want. I'm going to say make a framed border. And then I'm going to do something else on here that's just calling to me. Make a framed border. And I might bring that, see if you see in here how there's the border kind of comes underneath. I might border these little squares a little too. And I'd love to paint that, but I don't want to get it messy. So I'm going to move this magazine because it's getting in my way. That's a fun way to use your magazines, especially your art magazines, is to go to just have some friend, or if you're online or in one of the groups, give how many pages are in the magazine, and then have your friends give you 10 page numbers, and then go into those pages and pull off things that you see on those pages. It's really easy when you're using an art magazine because you're doing different art techniques. The reason I'm separating all this out is that I want to draw here. And I'm going to kind of and it probably won't be perfect. Kind of frame, but I might come in with my marker there. I just kind of want to make, and I probably will put a marker around the border here. Maybe that dark blue one again. But also we're going to get out the cutting board and cut those little windows out. And you can kind of see a border here. You can kind of see it. Now, they did it in here too. And let's do it on this side. No, yeah, I think I'm going to have to do it over here. I won't get much on this up here, but I'll get more down in here. And we'll do a little there and a little there, a little up there. Yeah. Okay, now what I want to do, let's get out my super tip and bring this off somehow. Or I could go to the gold again. I've got the writing in there. And this is a metallic marker. It's not like the Krylon pens. I'm going to kind of leave some of that writing because I want you to see it. And so I've got a lot. This is really a busy page. It's really busy because I had 10 prompts. But I'm not quite happy with it yet, even with this. So if you're not happy with it, work on it until you're happy with it. But we're going to do this as what I have going here, just blank paper. Work at it till you're happy with it. This is the last prompt. We're pulling off a page, what was it, 8? Page 8 was framing it off. All right, we're coming back to that, but let's do the same here. I'm not quite happy with it, but I'm getting there now. Let's see. I might go in with that orange color again. Maybe. I don't know if I can. We'll have to see. I probably should have done the orange color as the border, but oh well. Oh well. And are you all sticking around? Because I'm going to have a drawing. What time is it? It's 9:30. We've got 28 people in here. Let's do the drawing before I finish these. So if you're out there listening and up in the balcony, you want to come in, we're going to do a drawing for, I'm going to give away one of these postcards. But I'm not quite finished with them yet because I feel like they're not pulled together because there's a lot of fragmentation, I think, going on here with all the different prompts. And I always like to pull the pages together a little. Let's see. I'm not going to do that there because of the arrows. I think I'll do it on this side. I won't get much. But let me finish the gold on here, and then I'm going to do something else to pull these together because I don't feel like they're pulled together. I like my art to be pulled together as a whole. The frame kind of helps it. The frame kind of puts it in a box, but it's still not exactly what I'm wanting. Let's just let that L kind of happen in there. After I get this border down, we're going to have the drawing. So if you're interested, I didn't put this in. I missed the center one there. If you're interested in receiving one of these prompt postcards, that's what it is. It's a prompt postcard, an art prompt postcard. It's an art game. But I still have to do something. There's something that's not cohesive about it. And I think I know what I'm going to do, and you'll probably cringe when I do it. But let's stop, and let's do the drawing. There are 27 of you in here now, I see, but let me refresh my chat. I always hit the clip. Let me refresh my chat. Chat filter. Top messages. Chat filter. All messages. And there are 27 of you in here. Let's put giveaway. I almost can see a silhouette in here. I have to think about it. Might be too much. The giveaway, this is 2/2/2024. And I'm going to call this postcard prompt. All right. And there's 27 of you, 28 of you in here now. Let's just keep the range at 1 to 100. If you're international, you're welcome to play as long as I have your address. If you're the winner of this, whatever it is here, if you're the winner, I'll send one of these to you. But I have to have your address. I cannot send off postcards to anybody if I don't have their address. And I'm not going to wait around, so get it to me as soon as possible if you win it. Here, I'm scribbling. So let me put in the go. In my giveaways, I do allow you to change the number if you want to, because there's not a whole lot of people in here. So, and I feel like it kind of, if somebody has a duplicate number, if a number's too close and you only have one chance to win, I feel like you should have the opportunity to change that number if you want. But I understand hosts who do not allow that because they have sometimes 100, 150 people in their streams, and it's an awful lot for them to sort out. But for my giveaways, just make sure you have a unique number. Nobody has your number. The number, and we're just going to have one winner. So there's only one. And I'll do a, even though I do the sequence number, I'll pick the top number. And the person that's closest to that number without going over will win it. International, welcome to play, and I need your address. So let me type in the go. It's between 1 and 100. Let me type it in. There we go. Go. And while you're doing that, I'm going to get my phone and go to the random org. And I'm going to do something to these. I'm not quite happy with them. And sometimes when you're not happy with your art, keep moving. Because there's something that needs to be done. And in my heart, I'm saying the elements on here need to be pulled together. Now, I think what's going to be fun is I'm going to cut the little windows out here. I think I know what I'm going to do, but you guys might cringe when I do it. But we'll see. You'll win it, and then if you don't like it, you can either trash it or send it on. Let me go out here to Firefox, and I was on Amazon, it looks like. Prime. It's got a new video coming up. Let's see. A new movie. Let's go to, I want to go to sequence. Random.org sequence. Random.org sequence generator. And there we are. And I'm going to put in between 1 and 100, and it's all formatted for me. So I think my light's pretty well down here. Well, no, it's not. I turned it back up. So I'll hold it up closer when I do the... I'm surprised there aren't that many of you that actually want this. Something about this is not calling to me yet. But we'll see. I'm going to do some more to it. And they're just of my own. I'm not pulling from a prompt. It's just going to be my own stuff here. There's just something about it that's not floating my boat yet. All right. I'm going to put in this countdown and put in the stop. 10. You don't have a number in there. 9. Get it in. 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We got 80, 80, and 80 from Allie K. 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. Allie K wants 80. What was I on? 3, 2. Hi, Karen K. Marguerite, Sharon, Joyce, Cheryl, welcome in, everybody. 1. Stop. Okay, let me stand up and we'll find out who gets this gorgeous postcard. It was fun to do, though. It was fun to do. All right, it's not done yet, though. Let's flip it up. Here's the sequence number generator. Smallest value is 1. The largest value is 100. Format in 1 column. We're going to take the top number. Whoever's closest to it without going over will win it. Get sequence. 50. Who's closest to 50 without going over? Oh. Let me look. I see a 40. I see an 80, 80, 80. I see a 60. A 22. A 59, Becky. I think Joyce Boring. Joyce, would you guys say Joyce? You should read chat once a winner is chosen. You should read chat once a winner is chosen. What do you mean, Becky? Oh, you mean I should go back and read the chat? Okay, I will. Allie K said, I only typed my number once. I'm not sure why you see it 3 times. I thought you were emphasizing it. Okay, I will, Becky. I got it. Thank you. I'll go back. Joyce Boring won it. So the number was 50. Joyce, I think I have your address. I think it's out there on the address files. So the number was, well, all right, 50 here. And Joyce was the winner. I'll get it out to you tomorrow. My brother goes to the post office. I'll just put it there. I'm going to send one to myself. Congratulations, Joyce. It isn't done yet. We're going to play with it just a little bit more. But Becky wants me to go out and read chat. So let's scroll up. Let's see what they're saying. Mary, you should read chat real quick. Sharon. Hi, Jen. Kitty Jen. Cheryl. Kitty Jen says, I didn't know you did a fabric prompt game, Becky, but I had a few days where I was kind of busy or not here. Oh, yeah. That was a couple weeks ago. Go back and watch her video because that was really fun, her fabric prompt game. Katia says, Mary's been on a roll for the past few weeks. See above, Becky says. Okay, Becky, I'm working my way up. Becky says, I'm putting together some Happy Mail for the gals that played along with my fabric prompt game. Yeah, she did these wonderful little heart flags on safety pins. They're darling. Is that what you're talking about, Beck? Mary's been on a roll. That's sweet, Becky. It is. Hi, Diana. Fago. Packard is how I knew her. That's how I'll always remember you. Hi, Diane. I've done some really disjointed art here. I'm going to try to pull it together in a minute. But we're going to cut these little squares out of the window. Let's see what Becky says. Mary, check out Diane's art in the back. Perhaps do a bonus to pull your cards together. That's what she meant. Let's get that out. Diane, I didn't know you had some art in there. Diane, which page? Do you know? Did she say what page? Some bonus art from Diane. Oh, I looked at the contents. Did it say gallery? Is it in the gallery? This is by Kimberly. Let me go down to the bottom and see what they're telling me. Is that what you meant, Becky? It's in the back. Diane is in that magazine in the back. Diane says, I'm here. Sorry, I had to give my son a breathing treatment. Oh, I hope your son's okay. Yes, it's in the gallery. All right, so let me go to the gallery, which starts here, I believe. Let's find Diane's art. There it is. So Carly, Panama, Missouri, Peggy, Lisa, Debbie. See, I haven't read, I just got this magazine yesterday, so I haven't had time to really read it. Debbie, Nancy. Page, turn the page, Mary. Melissa, there she is. Oh, Diane. Fago, Omaha. You never know where inspiration will take you in the end and what can be discovered along the way. So what, she did a wonderful tag here. It's got some text on it. It's got those circles. Oh, and you got the heart kind of in a string. Did you do that? Or is that there? Did you do that string on that tag? I think you did. Is that a tag or just a page? I think that's just a page. So what's calling to me is this string. It's a page in your junk journal. Well, that's cool. It says, and fix my eyes. I gotta put it up here. And fix my eyes, a tethered mind freed from all the lies. And fix my eyes, a tethered mind freed from all the lies. Ah. So I'm trying to think, what can I do? You know what I'm liking is that black, and I'm liking that line. I'm afraid if I put too many more lines on here that it's going to just distort it more. What I'm thinking I'm going to do, I see this gray in here. I don't know if that's a media, an ink media, or a paint media, or maybe that's a torn paper in there. Maybe it's a wax paper, I'm not sure. I don't want to collage on these because these are going to go in the mail, and I always have trouble with, or I always think I do. What I'm thinking I'm going to do, and let me put this down. I like that red line, so I think I'm going to use that. But before I do, we're going to get out my wax paper again. What are you going to do? Well, I might make a mess. And Diane, welcome in. Thanks for popping in. Diane gets published in the Art Somerset magazines quite a bit. Is it only art journaling, or have you been published in any of the other magazines? I don't know. I buy them when I can find them. I don't always find the magazines because Joann's, I didn't get to Joann's. It was way over on the other side of town, and we didn't want to drive over there. I'm looking here. This is all glue. I don't want glue. Let me turn that one more. I'm looking for my buttermilk. Buttermilk! Uh-huh. What are you thinking, Meri? We're going to see if I can't pull these postcards together a little. And this is dirty, but it's acrylic. So I'm going to use it, and then I'll probably throw this cup away. And I did not shake this up. Maybe I'll shake it a little here. I don't need much. Maybe I'll quit. And we're going to squirt some water in there. And get my brush. I put it in the water. Let's see is it dirty from the black? Let me wash it out a little bit more. I got clean water tonight, but I dumped that black brown in there. And all right, it's not going to hurt if it gets a little dark. And I think I'll make some more water in there, because that feels to me like it's pretty thick. Well, I don't know. That might be what I want. So what I'm going to do is just, and yeah, we're just going to kind of push everything into the back. Just with a light wash. And I like that idea of the red string that I saw on. Now I have to think, how can I do a red line? Don't you guys like that? Now this, I'm going to paint this out, but I'm going to cut those windows out. See how that kind of pulls, let me blot this a little, kind of pulls everything together. I don't want that so bright. And it kind of pushes everything into the background. And since Valentine's Day is around the corner, I'll show Diane's page again here where she had that. And I love how that marker is moving that orange. That's cool. I didn't move it so much over here. I must not had it as on there as thick as I did over here. I'll probably send this one to Joyce. Now I could stitch on here, but I don't think I'm going to. I just kind of want to keep these simple. And thank you, Becky, for yelling at me. Becky says, you got to yell at Meri. All right, now let's take the rest of this and kind of swish on here. Just get a, whoops. I don't like the bright white. I like to tone it down a little. And this is a buttermilk folk art. No, Delta is what? Wait, what is it? It's buttermilk. I think it's the not Delta. The no, where did I put it? Up here. It's Americana. That's what I was thinking of. And we didn't get much over here. Let's just put it in here a little. I got sidetracked. I'm kind of liking that because it kind of pulls, it kind of pushes everything back on the same level is what I'm thinking. A wash does. Puts all those elements that are, some are more bold than others, and kind of puts everything on the same level. And now this is not, I'm running out of paint here. This might be kind of splotchy here, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Because I just kind of, yeah, and look at that. All right. So this is kind of wet, but I like what, let me hit it with the heat gun. And I might varnish it. I noticed some varnish as I was, let me reach for my heat gun because that's wet. It's watercolor paper. It can take the wet. Let me give this a quick dry. And I'm going to cut out the windows yet tonight. I'll go a little over 10. It's already 10:01. But I want to finish these, and I'll address them, put a stamp on them, and they'll go out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I have Joyce's address. Joyce did wonderful gnomes, crocheted gnomes that she donated for the sale that lovely Malia and Shelley are having to benefit Janet, to support our Janet Baum, who's a mod in many, many, many streams. She's well loved. Her husband passed away about a week ago, and we just kind of want to support her and tell her we love her. And so what I'm going for here on Diane's, Becky said, Meri, read it. I think it's maybe one more this way. Is I like this string, and it's put in there in such a way that it almost looks like a heart to me. It almost looks like double hearts. A heart here, and it strings down and make a heart down there. So it's kind of like a double heart. Ah, I love it. She says, you'll never know where inspiration will take you in the end and what you can discover along the way. So let's do a double heart on there. And I want to do it in red. However, what am I going to use? I think red would be appropriate for for Valentine's Day. Let's put this back in the water. And I have to think what I have that's red. I don't think the Super Tips will do it. I might have to do it with paint. I have fine liners, but I don't know if the red is that good. Let's see if I can get to them here. Have to move some books to get to the fine liners. Hold on. Do I have a red in here? I might have taken the red out in the other room. I got black. Wait, what's this? Is that red? That is red. Let's see if we can get that guy going. I'll put these books back, or they'll just fall all over the place. So I'm going to try to put a double heart. I might kind of lightly sketch it on there first. Wait a minute. This book is it's heavy. What's this? Cardboard. Oh, you guys, I was at Walmart the other day, and I got some of this Color the World project paper. Crayola project paper. It's the flesh tones. I'm going to have some fun with that, with maybe the paper dolls. Wouldn't it be fun to do some little paper dolls with that? All right. So I think I'm going to kind of lightly sketch a double heart on here. And we're going to do it right in here. I think I'll look at the image again. Diane, you're being the inspiration here. And I need to make sure I get my fine liner going. Let's get that off of my desk. Let's look at the double heart here again. Back one more. Because it's kind of a like so. So if I start here, go up, come down, go like that, maybe. Well, let's see. So we'll put it like this. I'm going to have pencil's not going to work. Let's go to that Tombow marker. Wherever it flew off to. That's the pen plus gear. Here it is. And let's get these both facing the same way in here like this. Now let's get the magazine out. All right. So maybe if I do that little heart first, let's bring it down in here. And we're just going to kind of scribble it on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to go over it with, hopefully with that red fine liner. And this line I think goes up into there. And this one comes out like, this is kind of a big loopy heart. Like so. And then maybe a little one more like that. And I'm going to bring a string down on that. I kind of like that. Well, we're going to leave it. Once I've done it, I've done it. So let's do this one. We're starting down in here. Like that. And a little one in here. Now I need to look at this one a little bit better here. It kind of loopies like that. And then this one's a little thinner. Coming like that. All right, now let's see if I could get my red fine liner. But no, I want to cut these out first because the fine liner will need time to dry. So let's get my, we're done with this. I can throw it away. Let's get my X-Acto knife out. We're done with this. Well, I might need that. I'll put my ruler away. I could go until 12 o'clock tonight, but I better not. I'm just going to go until I finish these. And I think the red will kind of, and I might put a red accents around here after. We'll see what how my fine liner works. Let's get out my cutting board. And I'm going to use that ruler to cut with that I just put away. And we're going to see how these go through the mail. Let me get my X-Acto knife, which floats down to the bottom here. That's a crochet hook. Hold on, it's here somewhere. All right. So this shouldn't be too hard to cut out. And we're going to see how this goes through the mail. Then we'll address over on this side, right here. So we're going to cut out this. I really feel like these might need, well, no, we're going to leave them. I was thinking about varnishing them, but I'm not sure I want to go to all that trouble. All right. Make sure, I don't know how sharp this blade is. I can feel it cutting it, but let's see. Yeah, it cut it. Keep my hand out of the way. And another cut down here. And it needs a little bit of a, I can't see it. Right here. There. All right, that's going to pop out. Did I cut that all the way down? I don't think I did. I only went so far with it. Can almost just follow the line. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that go through. Probably need a sharper blade in there. There, it went through. And there. Keep your hands out of the way. Safety first. So we got two events coming up in our art community. One is this coming Sunday. Malia and Shelley are having that sale on Shelley's Crafting, Crafting, Mama's art channel. Crafting Mamas, and it's February 4th, which is this Sunday from 12 to, let me use the ruler, from 12 to whenever. And then this coming Wednesday on February 7th, Raul and Jasper are hosting a Valentine Zine collab premiere, video premiere event. And that will start, I believe it starts, I don't know when, Raul has a schedule up on his community tab. And I'm thinking it starts in the afternoon, but I could be wrong. I don't remember, to tell you the truth. And, but that is a premiere video. So you can go in and chat with whoever's in there at the time. I'm participating. I'm planning on being there in all my They're only 15 minutes. And we're making zines. And the theme is the Valentines. So I have to do 4 Valentine zines. But I know what I'm going to do. And I might have to do some prep work before I do the videos. You know, I could do the videos and cut them all down and edit them and all of that. I don't think I want to do that. So I might have my zines all folded and just, you know, say this is how you fold a zine. I need this to come out. It's caught right here, right in here, because I can't see where I'm going. Right in there. And do you think this will go through the mail? I think it will, because it isn't like it's gonna, it could get caught on something, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Now, I might have to go over that in black ink so that you know it's a window. Or we could just cut one pane out. I'm thinking, wouldn't it be fun to make it kind of a broken window? Let's get my black pen out. Because it's going to have to be. Let's enhance this a little more. Yep, I'll be staying up a little late tonight. I want to finish these. I am thinking a broken window would be nice. And maybe leave that one and crack this window kind of. Just kind of like that maybe. And let's cut that out if I can and see how it looks, because I can always cut it, the rest of it out if I don't like it. And I'm not sure my knife is the sharpest blade in the pack. All right, well, let's bring it down this way. Get that out. And then make a little jab this way. And Joyce, I don't know if you're in here. I don't know if this is going to get to you in one piece with the cutouts here, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. It's always the corners that I don't get, because I can't see where I'm going. Oh, I'm liking that. Get that corner out of there. He's stuck. I can't see him. He's right in there. There. And let's put some slats in there. Do I want to do that there? I'm going to put dark here. outline that window. Now, I don't think I want to put anything. Maybe I'll just make a little ring in here. So it's got the shade pulled down there. I kind of like that. And now you can hardly see how I sectioned this off, but I kind of like it that way. And I'm going to leave everything else in the background except we're going to put that heart, hopefully. And let's do this one because I'm going to leave the paint for last. And I'll have to let this dry. And I don't think I'm going to, let's do this right now. Postcard. And I'll have to address it tomorrow morning after my fine liner is dry. Postcard. And we'll put a line down here. Hopefully that's straight. And let's just do a scribble. And I got the from and to. I don't think I'll do a border on it. I think that'll be enough. Now let's do my other window. And I understand if you guys have to leave. It's getting late. I don't seem to get everything done that I want to get done. But you know what? I have fun with what I do. And I'm not saying I'm always going to do postcards. I seem to enjoy doing these sporadically. I might keep my Friday nights for some type of art journaling or postcards or doing some type of an art game or something. Although I won't say it'll always be an art game but something like this. Or maybe doing an art journal page or working in that 365 book, working in my calendar. It's kind of what I've done tonight. I might do a show and tell like I did a show and tell of my slow stitching earlier. But that didn't get cut all the way through. And then on Sunday nights, I'm going to do the doodle game, the doodle deck. And what we're going to do this coming Sunday night, if I have it, if Malia and Shelley run over, you know, I may not stream. If they're not done by 6 o'clock, I might just skip my entire. If they end at 6:30 or something, I might come on. But if they go too late, I definitely won't come on. But I want them to have their time. I don't want you guys to have to feel like you have to be in more than one stream. And I can stream in that. I'm thinking about streaming Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, like 4:30. And that will still give me time to do have my Sunday morning to myself and still have the Sunday afternoon. If I stream on Sunday morning, I will not stream at all on Sunday night. That's too much. Fridays get a little much for me, but I'm usually ready to go, but I'm trying to get back into being consistent with my streaming. But I was gone all day yesterday. I was gone earlier this week. Just had a busy week. So I was too tired to stream this morning. Let's do the broken window here. Whoops. We might just do it more like that if I can. So we're looking forward to the sale on Sunday. We're looking forward to the Valentine zines. That's what I'm going to be doing with my weekend tomorrow, is creating zines. A couple of them might be kind of basic, but I have some plans for the others. I just need to hop to it. I do better with doing lives than doing videos because there's all that editing. I should just message Raul and say, can I go live? He probably wouldn't mind, but I don't want to throw a monkey wrench in their plans. All right, so there's my broken window. Now let's outline it and put the, she'll probably go, what is that? We know what it is. I don't need my knife anymore. Let's put it away. And let's draw the, put in the dark lines here. This one didn't get pushed into the back as much as that one did, but still, let's draw the window. And we're going to put a little curtain in here and put a circle. Make that one a little more. And let's outline this. It was fun to do this. I had a lot of fun doing this. All right, so now, did I write postcard on both of these? No, let's turn this one this way. Let's write postcard here. So I won't have to do this tomorrow morning. I'll just have to address it. Postcard. And I can say here, I can date it, I'm going to put my address there. I'm going to date it 1/2/2024. That's a 2. And boy, I kind of messed that. And let's put the line right in here. And let's just do a little squishle. And since this is going to Joyce, I know Joyce won it, so I'm going to say, hi, Joyce. And then I'm going to say, have an artful day. Have an artful, ARTFUL day. And then I'll sign it here. And I've learned to leave this area blank because sometimes they put barcodes in there. And I've had them returned because they couldn't read that barcode because my art was there. So this will go to Joyce. I won't put her address. This will go to Joyce Boring. And I'll be a stamp there and from me. And on this is what I usually do, 2/2024. And I usually just type it to me, write it to me just like I would to anybody else. Hi, Mary, I got my postcard, when did I get it? Yesterday, that I sent last Friday. Have an artful day. I got that last week. I made it last week, and then I'll sign it here. Meridel Abrams. And they probably laugh at me sending it to myself, but they did stamp it. They did postmark mine. I hope they postmarked the ones I gave away. And this goes to me. To Meridel Abrams. And I think I'll I think I'll do a little, just a little corner, just for the fun of it. I don't want to do anything in there. There. Now let's see if I can get my red fine liner going. And that's all I have left to do this. Let's get this off. I don't want to mess it up. Put it back down underneath my chair. Now I'm liking these so much better. Now you could, you know, put cellophane behind that or something, but I'm just going to leave it with a old window that we saw in on one of those pages, and we're taking the string heart. That I don't know if this fine liner works, and I'm going to have my pliers to get this white cap off. Where did they go? Sometimes I have to get it moving here. It might just be not enough paint in there. We'll see if that will. I'll take this towel and see what happens with my fine liner. It doesn't feel clogged up, but there may not be enough paint in there to do any. Oh, I'm feeling it coming out here. I feel like, you know how you squish your glue bottles? Yeah, come on. I might have to put some more red. Nope, it's coming. Come on. There. All right, let's see if I can get it done. Let's see, let's do it on mine first. Let's start down here. Oops. Kind of wants to dribble. I got kind of a mess on mine. All right, let's see. Can I straighten this line out a little? Straighten this out. So thank you, Diane, if you're out there yet, for the inspiration. I kind of like the double hearts here. Let's clean the tip off and see if I can't. There's one. You know, I feel like putting a little heart. And it'd have to be upside down. Let's put a little heart in here if I can. No, it's not gonna. I think my paint is, my fine liner is getting empty. Let's see if I can get this back in here. I can't see it here. Come on, get in there. Kind of clear the path. And yeah. All right, Joyce, we're going to try it on yours. Let's start here. Yeah, what's the dribble? And actually, I wanted to bring this down. Come on. Don't be. You have to understand that this paint has been in here for months. And so if I clean this fine liner out, I'm kind of happy with that. Let's see if I can get a heart. I'll try it on mine first. I want to put a heart in the window, but I have to turn it upside down because I've got my little curtain rod. Let's put a heart. Aw, I like it. Let's put another heart. Now I'm doing the hearts. See, this is where you start having fun. I don't need too many. I think just 2 will be fine. Let's do this. Do one in here. And this will be kind of like a little Valentine to Joyce. And yeah, I don't like this. There, a little better. There we go. Don't like this area here. All right, but the more you mess with it, the worse it's going to be. So I think I'm going to call it done. So what did I accomplish tonight? I showed I showed Kimberly's. You'll have to go back to the beginning of chat if you're just watching the replay or you just came in. I showed Kimberly's hexes that she did following K3N cloth tails. I might, after this paint dries, draw the little heart, outline it a little so it looks like more of a heart. Looks like a little triangle now. But she shared, and then she shared a picture that she has of, she owns an antique hexagon quilt, and she shared that. So I showed that earlier, and I showed my slow stitching. What else did we did? Some other stuff. I don't even remember. Oh, we did a page in my Bob Ross calendar, front and back, and we played with the art journaling. I wanted to do some slow stitching. I have another project that I want to do over here, but it's not going to happen tonight. It's already 10:30. You love the little hearts? Thank you, Kitty Jen. Oh, the hearts have it, Cheryl says. Oh, there's Susan Gerald. Hi, Susan. And Diane's still in here. Diane, I picked this double heart off from you, but you see how wet this paint is? This paint in this fine liner is, well, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's really puddled in there. This paint is in that fine liner is pretty old. So, and it was a little bit hard to get out, which is where, you know, it kind of wanted to dribble out. And then I tried to pull the lines, but I think it did okay. And I wasn't happy with these until I put that wash, that buttermilk wash in there and pushed all my elements into the background. And then the red hearts are kind of popping out. If I could work more on this, which I'm not going to, I would frame this in red, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to send it out like it is because it's getting late. Susan says hi. Cheryl's here. Diane's still here. Joyce Boring is here. Oh, she said, that's nice, Mary, especially since my Valentine is no longer with us. Oh, hugs to you, Joyce. Hugs. Didn't you write me, Joyce, and say that your doggy passed away? Was it Tinker? Was that his name? What did you write me that? I'm trying to remember. Because when I was doing those dog Crayola portraits, I think your dog was the first one that we did. Thank you, Amber. Amber, it's good to see you. And let's see, who else am I missing? Susan popped in. Becky said, the cats are now teaming up on me, that it's past bedtime. Becky's cats keep her in line. Becky has contributed some crocheted baskets, aren't they? Crocheted baskets, I think. She said their baskets are not bags, to Janet's sale. I contributed. Shelley showed one of the boxes that I sent in, but it wasn't the one that had my art in it. So I contributed some lace and fabric, and then I had some clothing tags. And I hope Shelley sells them for the price I suggested, because I feel like I kept the prices low enough that, you know, if you don't have the money to, you know, because I'm kind of pinching pennies myself, you know, and I contributed, I have a whole box. I got them at the thrift store, I have to tell you. But they're all blank business envelopes with the window envelopes. So I bundled up, I think 20 of those, and I did some, and I contributed 3 of my art dolls, my little, not art dolls, the doodle dolls. I made about 10 or 12 of them. And I did not have a giveaway, but I was going to give them away to people, but I never got them sent. And some of the people I was going to give them away to no longer, you know, come here. So I don't mind passing them on to somebody who will buy them and appreciate them. And 100% of the proceeds go to Janet. We're supporting Janet so that, you know, her husband passed away and she's gone through some hard times, and we want her to know that we care about her. So Becky's gone to bed. Let's see, I want to see if I missed anybody. I think I said hello to everybody out here. Diane and Amber, Susan Gerald, Becky, Cheryl. So Joyce won the postcard. We'll get that out to you tomorrow. I'm going to let it dry. I'll use probably one of these. I don't know if I can get them both off my thumbnail. I probably have to do some thumbnail art. So have a great weekend. And like I said, if I stream on Sunday morning, I will not stream on Sunday night. If I don't stream on Sunday morning, it depends on how late Malia and Shelley go with their sale. I might stream Sunday night, but if their sale lasts too late, I will not stream. So have a great week. I may see you Sunday or possibly next Tuesday. Bye, everybody. Go make a postcard. Send it to somebody as a Valentine. Bye.